Hey everybody, Smart Silver Stacker here. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the live stream. So gold and silver are breaking out today, and we're going to look at the charts. We'll examine what's driving this behavior from a technical and a fundamental standpoint. But starting off with this chart here of silver futures. So this is perhaps the most notable example of this silver breakout from a technical standpoint. Excuse me. You can see we've got this triangle consolidation, which we've been following for a couple weeks now as this has shaped up off of the recent record all-time high above $54 in silver futures. Well, a clear breakout from this pattern. In fact, overnight, you can see silver futures gapped up. There was this nice gap in the overnight session. So a lot of momentum. Silver futures right now up 4.79% on the day. That's a pretty significant move. And when you look at the overall technical picture here, it becomes clear that we are headed for much higher gold and silver prices. At least that's my take. I mean, nobody can forecast things 100%, but the technical picture could hardly be better. Now, this is, as I said, the most notable example, but there are others. So let's take a look at the chart of gold futures. Now, gold futures also has been in this triangular consolidation dating back to the October highs around $4,400. So this has been consolidating even a bit longer than silver in this pattern. And today we are seeing the gold price breaking out, although it's a little more muted perhaps than silver. But that's kind of what we expect in these metals markets, right? When they move to the upside, silver tends to move a bit faster than gold. It's a smaller market, it's more volatile, and that's exactly what we're witnessing today. Now let's look at the charts of the spot price. So this is silver spot. Now, if you go back to the two peaks, right? And a lot of people were calling this a double top. It doesn't look like that anymore to me. But a lot of people were calling this a double top. We had the silver spot price top out here just over $54 once in October and then again in November. Well, since that November peak, we've seen this very bullish flag formation forming, denoted by the purple lines, which the silver spot price has broken out from. It's heading to the top of this ascending triangle, which is a very bullish pattern, and I would not be surprised if we get a new record high in silver now before year end. That is just my forecast, not financial advice. Take it for what it's worth. But this is shaping up pretty nicely as well. We've got a few other charts to take a look at, but first, if you want to get yourself some physical silver, could be a worse time to stack, right? I mean, this is a good time. Black Friday, there's sales everywhere. SD Bullion has some amazing sales. They've got junk silver under spot, fractional gold at spot, 90% commemorative silver coins at spot. They sent out a VIP email earlier today, so if you're signed up for those, if you shop at SD Bullion, check your inbox. Some pretty solid deals in there as well. And don't forget, they've also got these 5-ounce Canadian silver maple leaf, first time ever in a 5-ounce format. This is an SD Bullion exclusive, so you can check those out too. Awesome coins. Check my recent unboxing video if you want to get a up-close look at one, but I've got one of these, and they are really, really cool. So back to the charts here. If we look at the spot chart of gold, you can see that gold also, the spot price, in a triangle consolidation. And right now, the gold spot price is on the verge of a major breakout, right? So too early to call this just yet, but if we do get a close above this line, markets are closed tomorrow for the Thanksgiving holiday. By the way, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I am thankful and grateful for everybody out there who watches these videos, for all of you stackers out there. And do me a favor, by the way, if you're watching, and just click the subscribe button. We are coming up on 100,000 subscribers. We're just over 90,000 right now. Haven't completely decided what I'm going to do when we hit that 100,000 mark and get that silver play button, but we'll do something cool. I'll come up with something. I think I have a little time, but a lot of people who watch these videos are not subscribed, something like 80%. So if you're watching, please click the subscribe button. But gold here on the verge of a major breakout, right? And I think that when you look at what's happening with silver and when you look at what's happening with gold futures, as we see there's a breakout there, We just need a small move up in the gold spot price to confirm a breakout, and then it's really going to be a very bullish confirmation. So that's something to keep an eye on. I mean, could gold react back? Could we still see a further correction here? Sure. Anything could happen, right? I mean, I think it would be great if we get another correction, because it's another opportunity to load up, but I'm not sure that's going to happen, right? Now let's look at the miners. So this is the SILJ Junior Silver Miner ETF. This is also a very bullish development that we've had over the past 24 hours. It has been consolidating in another one of these bull flag patterns, and we just got a nice gap up overnight. You can see another one of those gap up moves. Nice big candle here. The SILJ is up about 4.5% as we speak. Here's the GDX, the Senior Gold Miner ETF. You can see, now I haven't mentioned it yet, but if you look at this MACD here on the 4-hour, it's in a very bullish alignment. The metals, they've corrected a lot of their oversold, or rather overbought condition, which had occurred at the highs. That has all, resolved itself more or less. I think we're shaping up for the next big run up. Is it going to happen today? Well, we're already getting a nice move up. It's not going to happen tomorrow because markets are closed. Friday will certainly be an interesting opportunity to observe the markets. There's limited trading on Friday. It's probably going to be thinly traded. So, hey, I wouldn't rule out the possibility of a smackdown on Friday in those thinly traded holiday hours. Markets close, I think, at 1 p.m. on Friday. But, anything can happen in the short term. If there is a smackdown, I'll probably be trying to, accumulate some more physical metal. That's just me. You do what is best for you. You got to do your own due diligence. You can talk to a professional, which I am not, about what to do. But, I'm just sharing with you my thoughts here. Now, what is behind the sudden surge in the metals? Well, a big part of it seems to be the odds. Here we go. The odds of a Fed rate cut in December, which had dipped significantly last week. You can see that right now there's an 82.9% chance markets are pricing in of a 25 basis point rate cut at the December meeting, which is right around the corner. 1 week ago, that was only a 30% chance, right? So this is a significant change in market sentiment. Why are they anticipating a big rate cut here? Well, it's because the economy is in trouble. I mean, all you got to really look at, there's probably a lot of factors that play into what the Federal Reserve does, but we know their objective is to debase the currency by a minimum amount of 2% annually. They're exceeding their goals there nicely at the moment, and they are doubling down on this policy of easy money, even though we're seeing gold at a record all-time high, or near a record all-time high, silver near a record all-time high. They are just getting started with the easing. The real reason why, it's no surprise to any of you. I mean, look at the U.S. national debt, $38.3 trillion. Now, when you have this much debt, you need lower interest rates, because otherwise the debt service cost will consume your entire economy, and you'll go into a vicious debt spiral. And that is evidenced by the cost of servicing the debt. This is the federal government current expenditures interest payments from the Federal Reserve itself, and it's going exponential. I mean, look at the direction of this chart. This is not sustainable, right? So they need lower interest rates. Probably they're going to have to do more than just cut rates. They're going to have to return to QE. I mean, look, I've explained this in recent videos. What the Federal Reserve has been doing is they've been waxing hawkish, right? Trying to keep inflation expectations under control. But behind the scenes, they're setting up for massive dollar debasement and liquidity injections. They floated this idea. They had a couple of Fed governors come out and say, it's a December rate cut is not guaranteed. The bar is going to be very high for that. All the while, they were, because of the government shutdown, they were obfuscating the data. We weren't getting inflation data. We weren't getting jobs numbers for a long time there. So they're kind of getting back to that. Some of that data is still trickling out, and it's not painting a great picture. And so, they've been waxing hawkish, while all the while they have been setting the stage for more easy money policy. And now we're going to actually see that as we approach the Fed meeting. Reality is catching up with these markets, and people are realizing that they are very likely to cut. And, I had a video or a live stream, I think it was a live stream, where we were looking at the CME FedWatch tool not long ago. I mean, this is maybe like a week ago. And it was, I think, split, right? Dead even. In fact, it was slightly higher odds of them maintaining current rates. And I said, it's very unlikely they're going to not cut in December. I mean, they know that they'll be doing a rug pull on these markets if they don't cut in December. And so that's exactly what they're going to do. And now markets are coming to that realization. We're seeing the metals break out as a result. And this is a very, very bullish picture that is being painted for the metals here. Like I said, nobody knows exactly what's going to happen in the short term, but I think the odds favor a renewed breakout in the precious metals at this point. And, another thing that the Fed is doing, they are going to be cutting in December, very likely. Markets are realizing that now. They're also drawing down their quantitative tightening, right? They're ending their shrinking of their balance sheet. Balance sheet's still just under $7 trillion. They still have a huge balance sheet, but they're ending that. And, that's just setting the stage for the renewed expansion of the balance sheet. Yeah, the Fed governors, Powell, they may wax hawkish while everything is, quote unquote, fine in these markets, meaning the air is not really coming out of the bubble. But as soon as the air starts to come out of the bubbles that they've inflated, we know their game plan. It is to inject liquidity, reinflate the bubble, debase the dollar. That's how wealth is transferred in this society from, the poor and the middle class to the wealthiest who own all of the assets, and they inflate the value of the assets. And also, they get first dibs on that newly created currency to acquire even more assets. So that's the game plan. And that couldn't be better for gold and silver, especially the physical kind that you hold in your hand. Because, we look at charts all the time. That's the paper metal that is trading. It's important because obviously it's relevant to the value of the physical metal. But I still stick to the idea that someday there's going to come a time where this price, that we're looking at right now, will diminish significantly in importance. The price of silver futures, the spot price of paper silver, not going to be that important. What's going to really matter is the price of physical silver that you can hold in your hand. That is why I am stacking. So this is a short live stream. Just wanted to cover this, get this out there, because the developments today really suggest that we are on the verge of the next big move up in the metal. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you all have a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy the time with your families. Don't forget, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to like and share the video. And hey, if you want something to talk about around the table at Thanksgiving, you can always bug your family about the importance of hard assets. And probably, if they listen, they'll probably thank you for that later. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. I will catch you next time.